undefeated record and seeking his 5th weight division title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former featherweight world champion, the former super featherweight world champion, the former super lightweight world champion, and the current lightweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the undefeated and distinguished 4-division champion of the world, introducing Mikey Garcia. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with red and green trim, fighting out of and proudly representing his home of Dallas, Texas. He weighed in at a ready 146 1/4 pounds. Truly one of the stars of boxing today, and pound for pound greats. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 24 wins, no losses, 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he also is risking his untarnished record and is making the 3rd defense of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-hitting, reigning and defending, undefeated IBF welterweight champion of the world, introducing the Truth, Errol Spence Jr.
Mr. Spence, Mr. Garcia, this fight is for the IBF world title. Give me a good, clean fight. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
21 via knockout. Errol Spence Jr. fights out of Dallas, lives in DeSoto, Texas, only 23 miles from AT&T Stadium.
Right off the bat, Errol Spence is trying to establish his jab here and put a slight amount of pressure on, and Mikey's just looking for some openings right now. He's got a little head movement going. He's walking backwards, seeing where he can get a counter punch in.
What do you expect early, Lennox?
Well, you know, I expected Mikey to actually come at Spence, but it's the other way around.
Mikey Garcia moving up a couple of weight classes. He said, everyone tells me this fight is too risky. That's why I wanted to do it.
Well, it is risky, and you can just tell when Errol Spence throws a couple punches, you can see the power behind it, and Mikey got away from a body shot that was thrown by the left hand of Errol Spence just a second ago. But even if he doesn't, even if he wastes this first round moving,
and trying to figure out the distance between him and Spence.
Yeah, Mikey's fought taller guys before. He's usually the shortest guy in the ring.
Garcia has gone the distance, 12 rounds in each of his last.
He falls short with that nice right jab.
Yeah, well, you're right. It grazed him.
Final seconds, round 1.
Spence's right hook.
Round 2, Mikey Garcia facing a 6th consecutive opponent who has held a title at some point in his career. Errol Spence Jr., the reigning IBF welterweight champion.
Because he was touching. At least he was touching. Nothing solid landed from either guy, but he was touching. He's doing stuff like that. Mikey was pretty much trying to figure out Errol Spence right in the last round. So I'd have to give it to Errol.
To me, Mikey's trying to get him up against the ropes. And Errol Spence is being very wise in circling him and making sure that he doesn't. Mikey said he's prepared to back Spence up, but it's very risky to do that.
Errol Spence is left there, just like that. He's making that little slip there, looking to counter. And he's done that twice now. I think he's finding a little spot for that move. And there he goes down the middle with that right hand. And it's a real cat and mouse game right now because both of them are very, very cautious of each other's power. But it looks like Mikey's starting to, walk Errol down a little bit. And that tide might change, so.
Mikey's throwing that left hook, and it's coming around pretty good on Spence, but it's not hitting him yet.
No, neither one of these guys. That was a good little body shot by Garcia. So he's starting to figure him out. This is kind of what Kell Brook did was he used a lot of cute moves left and right on Errol Spence. Before Spence starts turning that pressure on like he's doing now, and this is what eventually gets to you in the later rounds. But
we've seen more aggression from Garcia here in round 2. Bit of a filling out process in round 1.
Let me tell you, Spence is doing a great thing by throwing as many jabs as he's throwing. This is what you need to do. Start everything off with the jab. Get Mikey frustrated with this jab. Get him focused on the jab, and then you start throwing other combinations.
This is round 3, scheduled for 12 for the IBF World Welterweight Championship belt.
Having 2 rounds up for Errol Spence. He's making excellent use of his jab, stopping Mikey from getting forward and closing the distance, though. Mikey's starting to get warmed up now. He had a very good second round, but because of Errol's excellent use of his jab, I have him up 2-0 so far.
again, nobody's there. Errol got a nice little body shot in, but nobody's really dominating the rounds yet. Looks like Errol wants to start pressuring though harder, but right when he does, Mikey makes these slick moves and he throws him off track for a minute, and Errol goes back to boxing for a second. So it's a real tug of war.
Ball left from Spence, connecting.
Well, actually, Mikey had that hand right up there and he blocked that punch. You see Mikey's knocking those little jabs down to the body and trying to counter. So it's a cat and mouse game. He landed a nice little short right hand. 2 of them right there. He's playing it smart and he's being effective.
Oh, big left by Spence.
That's right. That was a good left hand by Spence. Caught Mikey with that hand down, which he didn't have last time down when it was thrown on him. Ooh.
Oh. Errol came around with a good sweeping left hook there.
Yeah, he's starting to find that. That's a punch that Mikey, as smart as this, shouldn't be getting hit with. Easy to find openings on.
Body shot by Spence.
Yeah, well, they're keeping their distance. You notice they haven't really closed the gap on each other. Once one of them gets in close, the other one steps back.
Time winding down in round 3.
I thought Errol Spence took control of that 3rd round right there. So it is.
You know what I like about Errol
back and
Spence?
forth.
It's not one jab. It's sometimes 2, sometimes 3.
There's 4 in a row, like you said. Yeah, you're right.
I just told him to take compose, keep his jab, stay focused, and don't get reckless. Take compose.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, Heidi. That's Derek James, Errol Spence's trainer. Derek, also a Dallas native, 2007 Trainer of the Year. As the action picks up here in round 4.
After getting clipped last round with it, but see, Spence is going around, then he's trying to go straight with that left hand. He's going around and he's straight. He's mixing it up on him, trying to keep Mikey guessing what he's going to come back with.
Errol still using that jab to score points. He's having success here in round number 3. As you just see right there, popping him with the jab, and it's scoring for me, and I'm sure it's probably scoring for the judges seeing this from ringside as well.
He's mixing up that left hand straight and around, and, you know, he's keeping the fight in the middle of the ring, which he's supposed to.
A look at the number of jabs landed. 21 for Spence, 11 by Garcia.
Yeah, the telling blows right now are by Spence with this left hand.
Absolutely.
He's definitely getting through with it, and he's scoring big.
The long arms are posing a problem for Mikey.
There's the left by Spence.
Mikey Garcia is keeping his head really stiff right now. He needs to move it a little bit more.
Body shot by Spence.
Great round for Spence right now. He's been throwing that right-left continuously.
All right, well, you heard Robert Garcia in the corner. You know, Mikey's having a hard time counter-punching from the distance. He's going to have to get inside. He said, close the gap, get inside. Now we got to go for it. He knows he's got to make the turn right now.
Back to Heidi Andro. Heidi.
Thank you very much, Robert. We heard you say this is the round you need to go for it. What do you want to see Mikey doing?
I think Mikey could back him up. Look, just like he's doing right now. Fighting on the outside of Spence is too long and reach, and is just jabbing his fight through. If Mikey could pressure him, and look, just like that, backing him up.
Thank you, guys.
Así va,
Thanks, Heidi. So Robert Garcia happy with what he saw over the first 45 seconds here in round 5.
You're on the outside or the inside, but he's got more of a chance, Garcia, if he gets in there and starts mixing it up. Now see, he should press right now. Once he threw, there you go. See, he's got to press once you throw Errol Spence off balance. You got to make that second effort to jump right on top of him, because you're not going to get too many chances to get close to him.
In the 4th round, Spence landed 26 through 89 punches. Those are his highs over the first 4 rounds. Garcia with a good start here in the 5th, but Spence has worked his way back.
Yeah, he's going to have to make that second and third effort. Once Mikey Garcia missed that punch, Errol Spence is regrouping. He's got to jump right back on him, or he's going to have be in for a very, very long night on him. He should have worked his right hand somehow like that. You got to do anything right now, hit him anywhere. You just got to start working him over.
10 seconds remaining in round 5 here in Arlington. Each of the first 5 rounds have been fought at distance, according to CompuTrack.
And Errol Spence is keeping it that way, because when Mikey makes a move in, he'll step back a half a step and try to counter and catch Mikey coming in, because he knows he's got the shorter arms. Just as his brother pointed out in the corner, he's got to get inside.
Round 6 scheduled for 12 for the IBF World Welterweight title. Errol Spence Jr., the current champ. Mikey Garcia looking to win a belt in a 5th different weight class in his career.
And Mikey's got his head up, his chin up, and stiff. He needs to move his head a little bit more.
He's keeping the perfect distance, Errol Spence. And now he's starting to land some really hard shots. And if Mikey can't land and hurt Errol, he's really in deep trouble.
Body shots 31-7 in favor of Spence.
And that's the thing, Mikey's a tremendous body puncher. He just can't get close enough either way, coming or going, to land a body shot.
Oh, left by Spence and then a right.
And this is the Errol Spence.
Oh, good right hook by Errol Spence.
But this is the champ, Mikey, coming back. He's not going to sit still for that.
No, and Errol Spence did the right thing, move out of the corner. He's a better boxer in the middle of the ring.
Down to 20 seconds.
Great body shot by Errol Spence. But Mikey comes back. He'll counter you. I mean, he's not just laying down, or he's not just, folding because he's getting hit hard by Errol Spence.
Final seconds, round 6, scheduled for 12.
Well, clearly, this is Spence's fight. He's in control. He's dominant so far.
He's controlled the ring, the distance, worked behind his jab. The thing I like about what Errol is doing is he's mixing up his straight left. He's throwing it straight and then he's looping it around. He's not allowing Garcia to pick up his rhythm.
Well, look, I hadn't seen Errol as tentative as he was in the beginning of the fight. Now he's starting to fight in his rhythm. Mikey's catching the punches, but he's got to come back with something because he's losing the rounds. But he's backed Errol up quite a bit in this fight. Errol's never been backed up before like this, but showing his strength right now.
Yeah, Spence said timing was key to be on point, whether it's a jab or a left cross, he's delivering. So what could Garcia do given what you've seen Spence do so far?
He came out in the beginning of one of those rounds and he was really aggressive, which seemed to be effective for him. I think if he continues to do that and then start to try to control the range of distance from there, but starting from an aggressive standpoint, he might have some success.
Mikey's got to take chances. Chances.
And do you have Spence winning every round?
No.
All but one.
All but one?
I got 2. I give Mikey 2.
Okay, let's go back to Kenny, Joe, and Lennox ringside.
All right, Chris, how about you, Joe? Do you have Spence winning every round?
Except the second round, right? And I agree with Rashawn and Boom Boom, for sure. If he's not willing to take chances or unable to take chances, we're going to see more of the same here.
Our Marcos Villegas has scored it 60-54, giving each of the first 6 rounds to Errol Spence Jr. in round 6, Spence landed 13 jabs. That's more than double the welterweight average.
It'll really keep Mikey at bay, which he's been doing all night. And even that great counterpunch Mikey just threw there missed Errol because he's actually got a very good defense himself.
Final minute, round 7.
And Derek James is right. Errol needs to shorten up on the punches because he doesn't want to leave himself out there to be counterpunched.
Mikey Garcia's got to use his feet. He's not using his feet to come forward. He's trying to counterpunch, but he's got to do that. He's got to put a hustle on with his feet if he really wants to be successful.
Round 7, winding down here in Arlington. Deontay Wilder, one of the many greats on hand, the current WBC heavyweight champ. This is only the 6th time Errol Spence Jr. has gone past 6 rounds in his career in his 25th pro bout.
But on those replays, it certainly looked like Errol Spence was landing the heavier shots, without a doubt.
Yeah, he was connecting. When you look at both of their knockout ratios, Errol Spence has the highest knockout ratio.
21 of 24 for Spence.
Keep him up, baby. Keep him up. Keep him up.
Look at the total number of punches landed, only 45 by Garcia, and we are in round 8.
Seems like that jab is really bothering Mikey Garcia because he's putting up that left hand, trying to block it, but he can't block it. When he's trying to block it, you know, Errol Spence is coming in with that left, which is the right thing to do.
But against southpaws, it's really hard, especially when you got a jab taking up all the time on your left hook side. You know what I mean? Boy, but Errol Spence is just dominating now. And even when he's close to Mikey can't find the counter shots. There's a couple good right hands and the choppers that Mikey's landing on the inside, but to what effect? Because here comes Errol, man, just throwing some really strong punches. Little uppercut, straight left hand, and a right hook right behind it.
Ooh, left by Spence. Through 8 rounds, Garcia landing only 26% of his power shots. Landed 43% over his last 5 fights.
Well, if you know, I gotta believe that in Robert Garcia's as his trainer, the corner for Mikey Garcia is in a real, you know, he's not, can't be feeling too confident right now or too positive. Because like you say, Mikey's not a big knockout puncher, so you say, how do you turn this fight around? What's he gonna do to turn this fight around?
Well, he's got to, like you said, he's got to take chances. I haven't seen him take one chance. You know, he's basically got to, he's going to have to rush him.
Okay, even when he takes chances, though, what's he going to do with it? I mean, score points? That's not going to win him this fight. It's too far gone already, you know?
Right, but he needs to throw some punches.
At the beginning of this round,
he's looking. It seems like he's looking for that perfect punch. That perfect punch is never going to be there. He's got to throw punches to get that perfect punch.
It's hard to be careful in a fight.
There's his trainer, his older brother, Robert.
It may not be that easy to take Mikey out. You know, we're already in the 9th round, but he's not landing. Well, he's landing there right now. Very solid stuff.
Oh, left uppercut by Spence.
Mikey's taking these punches on the chin.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much of these punches he's going to be able to take. This is what happens when you step up. You know, these guys punch a lot heavier. And this is Spence's weight class, and Spence is saying no guys from the lower weight class is going to come up and beat me in my weight class. I'm the king of this weight class, he's saying.
Spence does that to welterweights as well. I mean, whether you step up or not, the bottom line is that he's got Mikey on the run and on the verge of a knockout right here. And he looks like he's looking for a knockout against Garcia. Boy, he's really got Mikey on the run right now. And I don't know if he could take another round like this next round if Errol Spence turns on the heat like he did this round.
Final seconds of round 9. We heard from Manny Pacquiao earlier when he chatted with our Kate Abdo. Manny said he'd love to face the winner of this bout. Errol Spence telling us yesterday, I want Pacquiao next.
I mean, he may get him after this performance, I'll tell you, because he's proven to be the premier welterweight in the welterweight division of all the champions right now.
That's right. I just talked to Robert. He said that he didn't like the kind of punches that he was getting hit with in that last round. Mikey asked him for this round. He said, all right, I'll give it to you.
Errol Spence in round 9 landing 51 punches, most by a Garcia opponent in 20 fights.
Good right hand by Spence.
Well, Robert saw what we were talking about last round, which was he could not afford to take another round like he did in the 9th round and the 10th round here. And I'm talking about Mikey Garcia taking that type of punishment. And Robert will stop the fight if he thinks his brother is taking too many punches. And even if it wasn't his brother, it would be a smart move because, you know, you got to watch out for your fighter regardless if it's your family or not. Every fight is risky, but this one is especially risky because you're in there with a machine in Errol Spence who really devastates most of his opponents, whether it's to the body or head, but eventually he wears you down and just thoroughly, you know, thrashes you. And he's sticking to the script right here.
Having seen too many body punches by Mikey Garcia, and you know, he's known for his body punches.
Yeah, he is, and he just got hit with a couple of good uppercuts by Errol Spence. The thing is Mikey Garcia is too busy protecting himself to worry about throwing punches right now because he's just worrying about blocking punches, to tell you the truth, at this point of the game.
At this point, it's only going to take one punch.
Well, I got to tell you, Mikey threw a nice crisp left hook off of a counter shot off of Errol's punch, but then Errol came right back with a straight left hand. So even when Mikey does something good, Errol answers it back.
Spence landing 55%, Garcia 24%. Final seconds of round 10. This is round 11. Spence threw a fight-high 125 punches in round 10.
But he's not doing himself any favor by sitting on the ropes right there, because that's where he will take punishment.
Mikey Garcia needs to knock out Errol Spence to win this fight.
Of course.
But right now he's too busy protecting himself from this onslaught of Errol Spence's combinations.
He is. He's doing a good job of blocking these big punches, though, but something's going to slip in eventually if Mikey doesn't counter.
Spence throwing a barrage of punches here in round 11.
It's not looking good. So he's looking for a counter shot. It was too little, too late.
Yeah, Kenny, so far I have it 190 for Errol Spence. We're seeing him now mix up his body attack, which I was looking to see in the early rounds, but Spence showing over the course of this fight that he has another dimension and that he can box, and he's just not this pressure fighter that comes forward.
All right, thanks, Marcos. So Marcos has given all 10 rounds to Errol Spence tonight.
Yeah. Right now what he's doing is he's just punishing Mikey Garcia to the body and head.
Oh, he's being a punching bag right now. You know, he's getting all that. He's receiving a lot of punishment and punches, which is slowing him down. So anytime he attempts to throw a punch, he's not going to have the energy to get that punch through.
I know, we got 1 minute left in the 11th round here. I'm telling you, it's a moral victory if he lasts the 12 rounds, and that's what I think they're going for here right now. I don't think they're going for the win because the win is impossible. So he's blocking a lot of those punches. He's taking some good shots, no doubt, here and there, but he's still capable of trying to counter. And I'm talking about Garcia. But Errol Spence is really turning up the heat right now. There's 20 seconds left.
think Errol Spence just likes to box inside right now. He doesn't need to keep the fight from a distance.
Yeah,
so he's right now he's just stepping towards Mikey and loving it. And he's being smart too, because as soon as he hears that bell, he's right by his corner.
All right, there you go.
The crowd as we begin the 12th and final round. Errol Spence Jr. fighting past 11 for the first time in his pro career. He's never gone to round 12.
No, and Derek James doesn't, his trainer doesn't want him to. He said, you got to go get him, go get him, go get him. Now, he knows he's got the fight clearly won, but yet he's telling his guy to go out and not play it safe in the 12th round like you would normally.
I think he wants him to get stopped.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he wants to get the knockout victory, just as it is a moral victory for Garcia to go to 12. It's kind of a little bit of a letdown not to be able to stop a guy that's a 135-pounder as well on the other side of the coin, right?
It has been Spence in control right from the start.
Mikey slipped a couple of big punches, and he popped out a couple of short right hands, but that's as much as he's getting accomplished right now. He's got 1 minute left to survive this 12th round and get the moral victory of lasting 12 rounds with Errol Spence. Not many guys can or have.
That's true.
A lot of time together. They were out in Los Angeles on a couple of occasions for press conferences. And then earlier this week here in Arlington, Mikey Garcia said, Errol reminds me of me.
Well, Spence just keeps coming, especially in this last round. He's trying to go for broke right here and close the show.
Well, he's got 25 seconds or 20 seconds to do it with right now, and I don't think he's going to do it.
Two undefeated champions go the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here at AT&T Stadium, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Glenn Feldman, scores the bout 120 to 107.